This guy doesn't trust his girlfriend.
I need her to take a lie detector test. This guy disappears on days on end.
So when he had a blind date...
She's totally opposite of me.
She's got this little mole right next to her belly button.
It's kind of like half innie, half outie.
He gave his girlfriend a belly full of her own medicine.
Give me a call when you get in. He calls me 10 o'clock the next day.
After he learns that trust, like belly buttons, goes both ways...
Oh my God, he called me every hour on the hour.
Will they have a change of heart?
Welcome to Change of Heart. This is the show where couples who've reached a crossroads in their relationship voluntarily go on one blind date with someone new. So let's meet our couple. Now, they met about 2 years ago at a party, and occasionally they'd steal kisses from each other in between relationships. But then, 10 months ago, casual kisses turned into a real relationship, and they left sunny Florida for smoggy Los Angeles. Please welcome Todd Irwin and Wendy Bruback. Now, you guys are here because your relationship has been a little under the weather. Wendy, let me ask you how this casual thing turned into a real relationship.
Well, it started when I lost everything I've ever owned in my life, including my pride, and you turn to people and find out who your real friends are, and Todd came along and proved that he was a real friend.
He was the man at the time when you needed him.
The man.
Okay, and Todd, the highlight from your trip from Florida out here to Los Angeles, what was it?
Chris, it would have to definitely be, we had the U-Haul driving through Arizona, and we decided to pull off into the desert and got up on top of the U-Haul and had probably the best sex we ever had.
Really?
Right at sundown. She was beautiful.
Wow, right out there in the desert. Sounds like things were pretty hot there, Wendy. How are things now, though?
From beginning to end during sex, he's just an animal. He's a pig, pretty much, because I work long shifts as a bartender. Come home at 3 o'clock in the morning, and he's laying on my bed, holding himself, saying, "Where do you want it?" And then after he gets it,
I see. Well, okay. Well, now, Todd, Wendy says she needs to, you to be a little more sensitive in the bedroom. What do you need from her?
Actually, I would need her to take a lie detector test because
oh my God.
Oh,
she kind of disappears on days on end and stories kind of conflict about where she's with or who she's with. She got really tight friends. I guess you could say.
Someone has friends.
Yeah, but disappearing for a couple of days and being unaccounted for, that's a little creepy.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least I have friends to be dealing with.
Yeah, but the friends are a little too tight, you know what I'm saying?
No, he's very insecure. All
right, Wendy, what about other times that Todd likes, sort of acts like an animal, besides the bedroom? Are there other times?
Yeah, pretty much all the time. He's from an insensitive pig to any kind of woman. He has an image of women. All women are bitches, whores, and sluts. All of them are bitches, whores, and sluts. That's if you're dating him.
No,
that's how he sees
a little
everything.
harsh.
He's incredibly insensitive. For example, I broke my wrist snowboarding. We went up there together. I got to be bandaged up. He's gone. Oh, by the way, he took a wrong turn, and he had to start going back down the slope by accident. And then he bitched about
a little insensitive, Todd.
No.
But what about Wendy doing things that hurt your feelings? Does Wendy ever do anything?
I totally tell her I love her all the time. I leave, voicemails on her. I give her flowers. I bought her romantic CDs. I tell her I'm lucky to get a thank you, if anything. I mean,
Wendy, since the two of you moved here, are you happy the way things are going?
Well, not really, because he was sort of a leech for a while. Because when we first moved here, we moved in together, and the deal was I paid the rent, he pays the bills. Well, it ended up I had 2 jobs, paid the rent, and I paid for all his bills. I bought him $2,000 turntables. He's a DJ. I bought him braces.
I needed those. You didn't buy those. I bought that with my own money.
I wanted my mother to buy him groceries.
I was working.
You bought him braces?
Braces? Braces.
No,
I bought him braces.
You didn't buy it. That was my own money.
Oh my! Yeah, your money that goes to you. My money's community.
No, my money's my money. Yours my money.
Our money.
Okay, hold on. Todd, obviously Wendy has some serious issues with you here. How do you feel about her explaining all these things with you?
I mean, she threw me out of the house. She's totally impossible to please. No matter what I do, it's not the right thing. If I want the window up, she wants it down. If I want the radio on this, she puts it on that. You know what I'm saying?
It's my radio. It's my window. Nothing's yours. Nothing's yours.
Everything's yours, all right?
I kicked you out of the house so you can learn to have responsibility. Not that I didn't care about you, so you can have responsibility of your own, that's all.
I think so you can move your friends.
My friends moved in.
Todd, tell us why you thought this was a good time for the two of you to go on one of these dates outside the relationship.
Because ever since we've been together, it's been really intense. We bitch, we fight 90% of our time. And, I think going out with other people would kind of, it would eliminate a lot of the stress, and see what's going to happen.
All right, well, hopefully we've eliminated some of the stress because obviously there's a lot of it because the relationship here is definitely a bit stormy. Now, when we come back, we're going to meet the people that they dated and we'll find out if they're going to stay together or have a change of heart, so stay here. Here with Todd and Wendy. Now, Todd says he tries everything to keep Wendy happy, but she's impossible to please. And when he says he loves her, she just ignores him. Well, the woman that we set him up with admitted she was impossible to please in only one area, and that's looks. She says she'll only date hot-looking guys. So please welcome Sarah Kepler. Good to see you. Wendy, would you say Sarah's hot enough for Todd?
Yeah, but she's totally opposite of me. I mean, she's totally opposite. If I knew that he wanted this the whole time, why would I waste my time? I mean, she's blonde. I mean, she's got good style.
Well, a little different, that's for sure. All right, Todd, would you have an easier time trusting Sarah than you would have time trusting Wendy?
That's a tough one. The first time I started talking to her on the phone, she had mentioned that she hangs out at the Playboy Mansion all the time, and it's hard to kind of trust somebody who's hanging with you happening all the time.
Well, that might bother you a little bit, but Sarah, how does Todd compare to some of the guys that you see hanging out at the mansion?
Actually, he's pretty cute. He'd fit right in. You know, kind of looks like Brad Pitt. Look at him.
Wendy got a kick out of that one. Wendy, since you were at home, do you know if Todd was doing anything special to prepare for his date?
Oh, I had to sit through it. What are you talking about? He had, should I wear this? Can I borrow your car? Because his tags are expired. Oh, wait. Okay, first of all, he took off the braces I paid for to go see her, got his hair done.
They were done.
And then, not even that, he took her snowboarding, which I was forbidden to do with my date, with my snowboard gear.
Now, Todd, you said the nice things that you do for Wendy go unnoticed. What about the things you were doing for Sarah? Was she appreciative?
Definitely. Her grandma passed away a couple weeks ago, and
sorry to hear that.
I got her. I'm going through the similar situation. My grandma's in ICU, but I got her a grievance card, and she was very thankful. She said nobody else had done that for her.
That was really
That's pretty
sweet.
thoughtful. Yeah, very much so. Now, Sarah, what about as far as compliments? Did Todd, compliment you a lot?
He tried. Actually, we're standing on the getting ready to get on the lift, and he was standing behind me, and he said something along the lines of, "I heard you get that ass," and I was just kind of implying I have a big ass or something.
No, it was totally a compliment.
No,
it was a
what are you
compliment.
talking about?
No, I asked where she has a beautiful butt. She's got a nice butt. Really nice and shaped. I mean, it was totally a compliment, and I tried to explain myself, and I kind of just blew it off.
I know, he did.
It's all about how you say it. All right, Todd, we'll give you a chance to redeem yourself. Pay her a compliment now.
She's definitely rock hard. She's got a beautiful stomach,
so are
beautiful legs.
you.
She's got this little mole right next to her belly button. It's very sexy. I just had to touch it.
Oh, really? And Sarah, do you get a lot of compliments on your stomach?
Yeah, guys tend to say something about my stomach and my belly button. It's kind of like a half innie, half outie, different, whatever.
That sounds good.
I don't know.
Do we get to see it? They seem to be excited about it. Well, you said it's different, so we're just kind of curious. Just hold it for a second.
Wait,
hold on.
Let's see it for just a second. Todd, is this what you're talking about?
That's the one. That's it.
Now, Wendy, I totally missed yours. Todd, if you had to pick, which one is the better belly button?
I'd have to go with Sarah's belly button.
You give Sarah the thumbs up on the belly button. Okay, so Todd, there you guys are. You're hanging out. Were you getting some signals that Sarah's sort of enjoying you and liking what she's got?
I was getting mixed signals. We on the lift, sometimes we'd get close, sometimes we wouldn't.
It's a lift.
We
I think it's the
ski lift.
Pipe up. So we had a cute little, we had an innocent little snow fight, and I put snow down her pants, and
You put snow down her pants? You put snow down her pants?
so we were kicking back.
It was all over after that.
It was all over.
We were kicking back, listening to the band,
Yeah, it
and
was.
she had said that she didn't like public displays of affection. So,
Don't worry, no problem with him.
instead of getting shot down, I figured I'd just.
All right, now Now, Sarah, we heard Todd admiring your body, your backside, your belly button, the whole works. Did you get a chance to admire his?
Yeah, we were about to get in the car to go home, and we kind of changed, you know, like next to the car or whatever. And he took off his shirt, and I got a good look at the bare, you know, chest.
I paid for
very
his
nice.
membership.
Very
And you
nice.
like that?
Yeah.
And Todd, did she ever bear more than her belly button on the date?
Well, she said she felt like driving home in her
Stop
underwear.
now.
But
What? Are you serious? I did it. You did it, right?
she didn't though. Yeah.
Oh, but she felt like it. Okay.
She like, you know, but I got earlier in the day. She bent over. I kind of noticed she had the cute little purple thong on, so it would have definitely been a nice view.
I didn't know about that. I think he was peeking.
Wendy, any idea what time Todd got home from the date?
Like it matters, but.
I'm kind of curious.
Well, yeah. Well, the first thing I called him during the day to say, "Hey, have a great time, good for you, whatever. Give me a call. Give me a call when you get in. No big deal." Well, he calls me 10 o'clock the next day. I go, "Where in the hell have you been? What time did you get in?" He goes, "Oh, I got in early." He left at 8 a.m. in the morning. First of all.
And Todd, was there a reason you didn't call her that night?
You know, I wanted her to know what it was like. She leaves days on end. She never tells me where she's going. You know, I wanted her to wonder for once. You know what I'm saying?
I never wander off. You're such a.
You feel like you're getting a payback, I guess. Todd, last question though. Sum up the date. What would you give it overall?
A 10. It was great. We had a great time. I can't say enough about her. She's really cool. Yeah, great.
All right, Todd had a really good time with Sarah's sexy belly button and that purple thong, enough to give him a change of heart. We're going to find out later. Next, though, we're going to meet the man that Wendy dated, and we'll hear all about their date next, so stay tuned. Just heard what happened on Todd's date with Sarah, and now we're going to meet the man that Wendy dated. Wendy wasn't too flattering when she talked about Todd. You know, she said that he's an animal during bedtime, a leech when the bills are due, and an insensitive pig all the other times. So, in keeping with the animal theme here, we set her up with a former Air Force flight paramedic who's a tiger on the outside, but a big old pussycat on the inside. Please welcome Stryder Murphy. Hey, Todd, what do you think Stryder showed? His pussycat or tiger side to Wendy?
Definitely the pussy.
Wendy, Todd has a reputation of checking up on you. We understand that. Did he have any attempt to try to find out what you guys were doing?
Yeah, I happened to, by mistakenly, write down Stryder statistics when they told me on a piece of paper, and he found it, and I spent the next 3 days having to hear about, oh, he's a dork, and da-da-da-da, just dogging someone he never met in his life.
Yeah, so he never met the guy, and he's already bagging
I
on
gave
him.
him a compliment, actually.
Yeah,
And
right.
Stryder, how about when you met Wendy? What was that like?
I'm so picky about who I go out with. I mean, I'm very picky. When I told them what I want on the date, I wanted this exotic, beautiful girl, and they hooked me up on a dark, beautiful girl.
All right. Now, Mr. Picky, how'd we do?
You did awesome. I mean, look at her.
Okay.
She's tall.
He's happy. Now, Wendy, what about you? You said Todd's an insensitive pig. What about Stryder?
He's incredibly sweet and caring, and he raved about me, which I'm not used to. To all these compliments, which I'm not used to.
You know
and it was amazing.
You know
I
it.
know it.
You're
And it
fine.
was
You know
amazing.
it.
Obviously, he didn't think I knew it because he told me constantly. It was very nice.
Really? Now, Stryder, could you tell that Wendy wasn't really used to that kind of attention?
Well, I gave her a compliment early on the date, and she kind of shrugged me off like it was no big deal.
It wasn't.
I thought it was.
That's what you were saying.
Todd, you're not winning any points here.
Obviously, that's probably why she shrugged me off, because she is beautiful, and I gave her that compliment, and she didn't know how to act towards it. So obviously, somebody hasn't been giving her compliments.
Stryder, when the two of you were together, you and Wendy together, did you have to hear about Todd at all? Did Wendy bring him up?
Actually, he didn't. Not much. I mean, the little that I did hear was bad things about how he was too short, how he's shy and stuff like that. Nothing too much.
Now, Wendy, what about Stryder? Was he talking about some of his past girlfriends?
Actually, he did. He that past girlfriend that he had that he really still cared very much about, and I thought that was incredible to feel that way about somebody, because I didn't mind whatsoever, and it just showed me that he's very sensitive, unlike Todd, who every single ex-girlfriend of him is a bitch or a horror slut. So it showed that he had carried hard.
All right, now, Wendy, it sounds like he knows how to treat a lady, so can I assume that he wasn't a leech?
No, he wasn't at all. He was, in fact, I was a spoiled child. Everything I wanted to do, I got to do. Everything, every little thing. It was great. It was wonderful, and he spoiled the hell out of me, and it felt great. It really
Stryder, let me ask you, because Todd said he had some mixed signals between him and Lisa. Any mixed signals between you and Wendy?
There was a little mixed signals. We were at the park. We were kind of holding hands at one point, and then we'd not be holding hands, and it was a little mixed signals. Yeah.
Right. So you weren't really sure. Wendy, how did you feel about all the attention you were getting?
Well, it did shock me. I didn't know how to respond to it, and I'm so used to just doing my own thing pretty much and being told what to do. So it was kind of nice for someone to actually agree with me and be nice, and just like one thing, like when we were getting ready to go out for the rest of the next part of the date, since I had a cast up to here for the date, and I couldn't get my makeup on, he stuck his head in the bathroom. He's like, "Do you want help?" And he's gonna put my makeup on for me. He's like, so sweet. I'm like,
Back to the truck up. Back to the truck up. What's he doing sticking his head in? Why'd you doing sticking his head in the bathroom when you're in there?
I
Little
have real
peeping Tom?
makeup. Oh my
And
God.
Stryder, what about the
Sneak a
positive
peek.
signals that you were getting? Did you try to act on them?
Well, I really wanted to kiss her, and I tried to give her a kiss. Well, I asked her first, and she kind of neglected me. I was kind of bummed. But
And Wendy, is there a story? Is there a story behind the kiss?
Well, we're in the car and he asked, and it was really hard to resist because he just looked so cute and so sweet, and very hard. And looked so cute and sweet, and it was just irresistible, but I did.
All right, now you said it was hard to resist, though. What was it that made it hard to resist?
That he's so sweet and he was so nice the whole day. You know
Just
what I
that
mean?
whole
It's
charm.
Yeah, the whole charm thing. He has it all. It's really, really sweet.
All right, Wendy, if you had to pick between the two of them, who's the hardest to resist, Todd or Stryder?
I have to say Todd because I'm just used to him.
Well, that's nice.
Because I like his image and everything like that, and Sarah's a little pale. So I'm kidding.
Well, we can get him some sun. Stryder, how did the date finally wind down?
well, first off, it is winter, and I don't go to a tanning bed. But anyways,
He does. I know. He does.
the date winded down. She was at my house. We've been partying all day long since 11 in the morning. It was about 1 in the morning. And I asked her if she wanted to stay. She had a long drive. Said I'd sleep on my couch or whatever. She wanted to crash, so she could call her man if she wanted to.
He said you to call him. He said he'd call him for me. That was
I just wanted her to be safe, you know. So that's how it ended. We gave each other a big hug, and she left.
And Todd, any idea what time Wendy got home?
It was after 2 in the morning.
Oh my God, he called me every hour on the hour and hung up until I got home. And then I called him. I called him when I got home. He's like, "Oh, you're home. Now what'd you do?"
All right, well, you know, hey, Todd's consistent, keeping tabs on her all the way.
All the time.
Will Todd and Wendy have a change of heart during the break? They have to make that decision. We're going to find out what they decided when we come back, so stay here. It's the moment of truth, because during the break, Todd and Wendy each made a final decision about the future of their relationship, and there's no turning back now. Will they stay together, or have they had a change of heart? Now, you guys came on the show because you thought the relationship had too much fighting and it just got a little too intense, and you thought maybe going out on these dates might release some of that pressure. Todd, we're going to start with you. You said you wanted to date somebody that was going to be maybe more faithful to you, not impossible to please, and somebody that wasn't going to take you for granted because that's what you felt. So there you were with Sarah. You guys, you know, you got all fixed up. You took the braces out. You got the nice outfit on. You went snowboarding. You loved her stomach, the little mole and the belly button, and there was flirting going on the slopes and the whole bit. But Todd, it's your decision. What do you say?
Well, you know, I'm tired of Wendy taking me for granted. You know, she doesn't appreciate anything. You know, and I went out with Sarah, and she was great. I had a great time. She's a wonderful girl, and but it's kind of shown me how much, you know, I'm in love with her, and she's my dream girl. And I gotta stay together.
Stay together. Okay, Sarah, sorry things didn't work out for you. Wendy, we're going to come to you for your decision now. You said you wanted somebody who wasn't going to be insensitive, somebody more financially secure, and someone less selfish in bed. So there you were with Stryder. You guys got together pretty well. You liked his looks. You thought it was nice that he liked his ex-girlfriend, had feelings for him. He came into the bathroom, wanted to help you put the makeup on, and the whole works. Very sensitive. You did have to resist that kiss, even though you passed on it. Todd wants to stay together. What do you say, Wendy?
Oh boy. Stryder's great. In fact, he's awesome. And this is obvious. Just look at him. And Todd is an insensitive pig, not just to me, obviously to her, because he's looking down her pants and everything like that. So obviously it's just a roundabout personality for him. But the thing is, he was there for me when no one else was ever, and I'll never ever forget that. And He's my best friend, and he's an insensitive pig, but he's my insensitive pig, so I'll say that.
So you're gonna stay together. All right, Wendy. Stryder, sorry things didn't work out for you. Wendy and Todd, hopefully you release some of that pressure and some of that stress in the relationship, and who knows, maybe this is a new starting point for the two of you. That is our show for today. Thanks to Stryder and Sarah, and good luck to Todd and Wendy. We'll see you next time on Change of Heart.